These are the most exciting Apple Watch Series 6 rumors. Let's talk about Touch ID. Right now, the Apple Watch has no biometrics whatsoever. You can't scan your face, you can't scan your fingerprint. What kind of present is this anyway? One report says Apple is working on a way to get Touch ID on the Apple Watch. One method would be building it into the digital crown, which would be quite the engineering feat. Another method would build the scanner under the display. Adding security to the Apple Watch is a good idea, but I wonder when this will happen. I would think Apple would introduce a Touch ID sensor under the display on an iPhone first, since that is relatively huge when compared to the Apple Watch. There's space in there. Let's talk about panicking. A report says that Apple is working on Watch OS features for the Series 6 that check on your mental health. Included in this would be the ability to detect when the wearer is about to have a panic attack. I think this is very likely at some point. Apple has done an amazing job making the Apple Watch into a smart health device. Look at other smartwatches. What do they do well? I'm looking at you, Wear OS. What happened there? I mean, so much potential. Could have just been something. I should do a whole video on why Watch OS is just lousy. I'm gonna do that. Anyway, back to health things. Apparently, Apple is also working on SPO2 tracking. SPO2 tracking. This would allow the Apple Watch to track your blood oxygen levels. For SPO2 tracking, you need a new pulse oximeter sensor added to the watch. 9to5Mac found evidence of SPO2 tracking in iOS 14 code, and I like saying SPO2. Why is this exciting? Wouldn't you want to know if something was going to compromise your brain function or heart? I thought so. I think this is also very likely for Apple Watch Series 6. Like I said, Apple did an amazing job turning the Apple Watch into a health device. What does that sound, buddy? Aldrin! Can you tell him that it's loud, please? Can you be softer, please? Thank you. I think this is also very likely for Apple Watch Series 6. Like I said, Apple did an amazing job turning the Apple Watch into a health device. I mean, seriously, what happened with Wear OS? Fitbit team, you're there. Go fix it. Okay, back to Apple Watch rumors. Sleep tracking. It could finally be coming to Apple Watch natively. Back in 2017, Apple acquired Bedit, one of the best named companies in the history of the world. Bedit is a sleep tracking company that makes a piece of hardware that goes under your sheet. It collects all kinds of data while you sleep, like your heart rate, how many breaths you take per minute, little stalkery, snoring, and environmental data like temperature. The biggest hurdle for an Apple Watch to track sleep data is battery life. That being said, other companies have figured this out. So how could Apple manage to pull this off? Obviously, a bigger battery could help, but we all know about Apple and its obsession with thinness. So we are probably not looking at a very thick Apple Watch Series 6 with a massive battery. Power drain can be solved in software. If Watch OS has a sleep mode where it's sipping power while watching only a few metrics, it could be done. Perhaps Apple could create a coprocessor that kicks in at night, something underpowered that does not require as much battery as its S3 processor. Or maybe Apple could introduce a faster charging option than it already has. Currently, it takes about 2 hours to fully charge an Apple Watch. Get that charge time down, and people may be able to keep the watch on all night, then quickly charge it in the morning. Last up, a round Apple Watch. There are a couple of Apple patents showing the familiar squircle Apple Watch and a circular one. Look at that patent figure. It's amazing. It shows a super thin device, and there would be arrows pointing at it, hovering in the air somehow. Maybe it's got some kind of holographic display. No. As we all know, patents don't necessarily mean a company will release a product that matches the figures. Also, I don't think that Apple will move to a circular watch face ever. Why? It took the company a lot of revisions to get Watch OS right. Then there are all the apps that would have to be modified for a circular screen. If they are not modified, either things would be cut off or there would be dead space. That's not like Apple. Anything else? Why am I asking? I know the answer. It's yes. Apple may allow Apple Watch owners to share watch faces. Why? I don't know. Social reasons? Will we finally get a watch face store? Not likely. I'm Aya Zakhtar, and I'll see you online.